Okay, so this is the fourth video in the series, Organizing Dictionary Objects in Lists. And in this one, we are going to just do a simple feature where we look at this grocery list and say, just show me the ones that are remaining to be placed in the cart. Because I'm walking around the grocery store and I have a list. Here's all the items on the list, but I've already put milk on the list. So now I just want to see what's left. And I want to see, I've got eggs and rice left. And I want to be able to pop back and forth between the two. It's a pretty straightforward, easy thing to do. The reason this thing is fourth on the list is because it's using all of the elements to get all the way from grocery list to the index of the list, to the dictionary, to the word picked, to find out which ones say false, so that we're only looking at the ones that say false, and we're not looking at the ones that say true. So we're going to roll down and take a look at the code. Now, the code here, basically what it's doing is it's saying, I'm going to take a completely new list. I'm going to call it the not yet picked list. I'm going to make it an empty list, and I'm going to step through it. And then I'm going to step through the grocery list. And if I find something where the not picked, where the picked value here is set to false, I'm going to throw it in the not picked list. And then I'm going to take the not picked list and pop it into this viewer here, this list viewer. And that's all there is to it. But the code here to get there is a little bit tricky. It is intricate, and it has everything you've learned up to this date all thrown into one block of code. So let's break it down. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to step through the global grocery list that we started with. What are all of the items that we have? And we're going to say the index of that list is the word item. We could equally well say this is I if we wanted. So we're going to step through, we're going to start at item number 1, and we're going to go step through by 1. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to dig all the way down into this list to find out if the word picked is set to false. If it is set to false, then we're going to update the not yet picked list with whatever item this thing is. All right, let's talk it through. The way this is set up is first is a Boolean. Is this false? Okay, what? If what is false. If the word picked is false, but you're going to find the word picked in a key for the dictionary item, that for some dictionary item. Well, which dictionary? It is the dictionary that can be located at the position or in the space where you would find in this list called global grocery list at the index called item. And we happen to be on item number 1. So when we come through here, we're on item number 1. And the index for the grocery list is item number 1. And at item number 1, what we find is that the key picked, this is the item right here in this bracket, from this bracket down to here is item number 1. The key called picked on item number 1 is set to true. So if we were at the grocery list for item number 1, we looked at the picked key and we said it's equal to the word true. It is not equal to the word false, so we are not going to put it into this new list. So now we're going to come around again on this for each. We are now on item number 2 in the grocery list. Since we are on item number 2 in the grocery list, it is now looking at this chunk of data. When it looks at this chunk of data, it is saying, okay, if the picked item in the dictionary that can be found at, select out this list item from this list, at the grocery list item number 2, because item is coming right out of here again, it's coming out of the index, grocery list item number 2, that dictionary, that picked key, if that is false, if that is equal to false, then put it in the list. I go over to dictionary, let's see, grocery list item number 2, dictionary key named picked. I look at the word, it says false. That word matches this word. Hey, we have a match. So now I'm going to take that thing and I'm going to execute this command right here. And it says add an item to the list. What item are we going to add? We're going to add what list are we going to add to? We're going to add it to the not yet picked list. And what are we going to add? We're going to add whatever item you find in the grocery list at item number 2. So we don't have to worry when we're doing this add thing about the fact that item number 2 is a dictionary item. It knows that already. So whatever is there in item number 2, it will know that this is already a dictionary, and it's just going to add this whole element that it found at item number 2 of my grocery list. It's going to add it right into my not yet picked list at the top or at the bottom. It'll just keep throwing it on the bottom of that list. So now we go around, we process item number 3. And as you can see from item number 3, it is rice, and the quantity is 2, and the picked is false. Oh, that picked one is also false. It is also false, so it will also add it to the list. So when I pick this remaining thing, I'm going to see the eggs and the rice. I'm not going to see the milk. And of course, in the end, we have to make sure we have update our elements list with this not yet picked list that we just created. Now, flipping it back to the all button is pretty simple. It's only one line of code because we never deleted the grocery list. The grocery list is perfectly intact. We have the whole thing, so we're just going to show it all. And we'll just say, take that whole grocery list that we always had and just throw it in the elements list and display it. And there it is. The whole list is in the grocery, is in the viewer, and I click just the remaining. It shows me only the false, and I go back and forth. But this piece of code right here is the intricate piece of code you need to do to dig all the way down to any one of the keys inside a dictionary that is sitting inside a list. Okay, good luck with your app.